Is this fate? Chapter 1. Growing up in a house of four, a mother, father, son, and daughter, Mark and his younger sister, Chloe, were inseparable. With only a 2-year age difference, they shared childhood memories filled with laughter and companionship. Mark, the hard-working and dutiful elder brother, always looked out for Chloe. But as they grew older, their family's dynamic became painfully lopsided. Chloe was raised like a queen, her words were law, her actions never questioned. Mark, on the other hand, bore the brunt of every misfortune. If Chloe so much as frowned, it was Mark's fault. If something went wrong, Mark was to blame. His parents, and even his grandmother, treated him as nothing more than a servant, tasked with cleaning, gardening, and doing the dishes, while Chloe was showered with love and gifts. His only solace was his grandfather, the one person who defended him and saw the injustice in the household. "Mark, you're not invisible," his grandfather would tell him as they sat on the porch, watching the sunset. "One day, they'll regret everything. Mark my words." Despite his home life, Mark had a small but trusted circle of 4 friends: Ryan, Sophie, Chris, and his girlfriend, Susan, whom he affectionately called Suey, much to her playful annoyance. Or at least, that's what he had believed. However, their friendship was about to be tested in ways none of them expected. At school, Mark was an outcast. Though brilliant in academics, he was never respected. The students saw him as nothing more than a nerd, useful for debates and competitions. His only real friend within school walls was Sophie, who at least acknowledged him in public. Even worse, his sister attended the same school, 1 year behind him. When a rumor began circulating that Chloe and Mark were siblings, Mark hoped she would step in and defend him. Instead, she humiliated him in front of everyone. "Don't compare me to that loser," Chloe had said with a laugh. "I don't even talk to him at home." Mark had felt his chest tighten as laughter erupted around him. He searched Chloe's face for any sign of remorse, but there was none, only amusement. That same day, his classmates cornered him, fueled by Chloe's disdain. "Think you're better than us, huh?" one sneered before shoving him against the lockers. Mark barely had time to react before fists rained down on him. And when he fought back, despite being unable to defend himself, he was the one suspended. Chloe, on the other hand, enjoyed the privileges of being adored. She never had to lift a finger at home, never had to suffer punishments. Everything she wanted was given to her, and she relished in the power. Mark's suffering was simply background noise to her, a reality so normal she never questioned it. If anything, she found his constant need for approval pathetic. Returning home, Mark hoped for comfort but found none. "You've embarrassed this family," his father said, his voice laced with fury. "Do you have any idea what people will say?" But Mark tried to explain, but his mother cut him off. "Enough. You think we'll take your side over Chloe's?" Her eyes burned with disappointment. "Apologize to your sister." He looked at Chloe, who smirked triumphantly. His hands clenched into fists, but he said nothing. To Chloe, Mark's compliance was expected. She never considered how much damage her actions caused because, in her mind, he deserved it. He was weak. He was an outcast. And she, as the favored child, had every right to keep him beneath her. The abuse worsened until one day, an unexpected visitor arrived, their cousin, Jacob. Handsome and charming, Jacob quickly became the center of attention. Mark's friends, who used to visit him, suddenly had a new reason for their frequent trips to his house: Jacob. Chloe adored Jacob, idolizing his effortless charisma. She enjoyed being in his shadow, knowing that with him around, she would shine even brighter. She had no patience for Mark's sulking. One fateful evening, Mark overheard a conversation that shattered what little faith he had left in humanity. Hiding in the shadows, he listened as Susan, Ryan, Chris, and Sophie, people he once called his closest friends, mocked him. "Susan, how do you even put up with him?" Ryan asked, chuckling. Susan scoffed. "Are you kidding? He's useful. Why else would I pretend to care?" Mark's breath hitched. He pressed his back against the wall, his heart pounding. Chris smirked. "Yeah, he does all your assignments for free. You've got him wrapped around your finger."